talk a little bit about what we're doing here with Save Club, why this opportunity is in existence, and where we're going here in the future. The network marketing industry has been, you know, a big part of my life going on for 23 years. It's been such a source of camaraderie, friendship. Many of my colleagues that I spend my time with today, I've met through this industry, and it's been kind of devastating what's happened to the industry since about 2020. There's just been companies failing. There's over the last few years, 30 of the top 50 MLM companies have just their business models have fallen apart, and it's partially because of what's happening in the world with Amazon giving such great price and convenience on so many products. Um, the models have changed. What things that worked over the last decades just aren't working anymore. The economy's in a place where high price auto ships and adding extra expenses onto people's budgets is just not working. And it's being reflected in what we're seeing with some of the largest, most long-standing companies. These large publicly traded MLM companies have to report their earnings, and we see their earnings and they're dropping by hundreds of millions of dollars a quarter. And when there's a problem like that, there needs to be some solutions, because the industry is just not going to go away. You're not going to have $1 billion a day industry just vanish, but something has to change. And I'm glad to be here introducing all of y'all to Save Club, because I think we have the revolutionary concept. We've got something here that doesn't take money away from you. In fact, it'll help you save money, and not just save money, but earn money. And that combination of savings and earnings has really put us into a position to do big things here in 2025. So, introduce myself. I'm Charles Moy. I'm out here in Las Vegas. If you guys ever make it out to Las Vegas, love to host you. We'll be doing events out here pretty regularly. Right now, I'm learning Zoom, and it's this is our just like our third Zoom, and it's just the beginning. And the numbers in the company are small because I know where we're gonna be going. We're probably gonna quickly outgrow this platform. So, and just like I was saying, the more and more I speak with new affiliates and members of Save Club, and they get into the savings, and they're seeing that they're saving. I got a phone call today from somebody. They say, "Hey, how you doing?" They go, "I'm doing amazing. I saved $13 on my pizza," and I didn't even know they're in Save Club. So that's a good that's a good sign when people are on the product and saving. But the prices aren't going down. The cost for rents, the cost for gas, everything has just been going up since like 2004. So it couldn't be more timely to come with a solution like this. And where I'm coming from is, how do we make a company where everybody wins? How do we put something here where there's no losers? People can get their membership, they can save, they've got a business opportunity, and if they put effort into it, they follow the systems here, they can make money and really start making a passive residual income. So many people have been drawn to this industry to earn an income, to earn a passive residual income, and that's what I want to promote here, is having people reach their freedom number. We all have residual bills. We've got cell phone bills and car payments, and we all have residual bills. And if you can get your residual income to be $1 more than your residual bills, it sets you up for a lifestyle that gives you an amount of freedom that most people don't have. And I feel what we can do here with Save Club is get more people to that number quickly. And that's really the goal. And it all starts with having a product that delivers on the promise. And my goal, just to let you guys know, my commitment to every member of Save Club is to get us the best possible membership. And that's what I was doing last week. I traveled down to Florida to meet with the top advertisers, the biggest brands in the world, the top rental car companies, CVS. I met with Capital One, met with Sephora, meeting with the brand managers and advertising managers of the biggest brands. And I'm going to share with you guys why these brands would consider working with us, and the revolution that's happening inside of advertising a little bit more inside this presentation. But it starts with our membership, and it starts with getting people value. Everybody eats, so we've got over 60,000 restaurants and fine dining options where you can save money. We've got entertainment from different sports, movies, got different movie theaters in there. For the same thing you're going to do, you go out and you save money, and you can just have a better time shopping at over 200,000 stores and growing. But also automotive, everything from tires and oil changes. These are things that are essential. You're going to spend money on them anyways. You might as well save. And we've got a large footprint in travel and even more coming. So resorts globally, hotels, airlines. We're one of the few groups that can actually get discounts on plane tickets. So if you're looking around, especially with the international, check out your membership and see what's available there. And one thing that we're working towards, I got so much feedback from the advertisers at this last show on cashback. It is the way of the future, and what we have coming is very exciting. Just ways to just put more money into your pocket with just regular, spending and shopping. And we've already attracted in uh, some of the biggest brands in the world. Also, lots of mom and pop shops. So really, the way that advertising is going is these brands want to give us savings. We're going to aggregate the best savings and make sure that you've got a membership that is far more valuable than what you're spending on a monthly basis. And one of the easiest ways to do that is with dining. Uh, I've already got tons of feedback from members that have been getting getting their buy one get one free entrees, and it doesn't take too many of those, and you're already positive with it. Bring someone to lunch, or get a couple entrees. Please dig through your membership there, and you'll see the different value for all these restaurants from coast to coast, and soon to be in other global markets. Met with a strong group. Edward, you'll be glad to hear this. I met with a UK group based out of the UK that does all of Europe, different cashback and deals, rewards. So the product line is expanding globally, and we're already global with the shopping. The the online shopping rewards platforms that we have lined up are phenomenal. Literally the biggest brands, and these brands want to reward a private membership group with savings. And I've got a slide here coming up. I'm going to explain how this works, why so many brands are choosing to give discounts, and what makes this such a unique opportunity to have a Safe Club membership and access these deals. And more exclusive deals are on the way. And they're not just little brands; they're the biggest brands, luxury brands, brands that typically don't give discounts. They're having trouble advertising. Where are these brands supposed to advertise? They already spend millions and millions of dollars. Some do it on TV, some try it on the internet, some do it in magazines, billboards, Times Square. That type of advertising is not working. What is working is giving people discounts, giving people cash back, and rewarding. And they can give bigger discounts because they're actually not paying for the advertising until after the purchase. And these brands absolutely love the fact that we're a private membership group where people are paying for their membership. They're more willing to give us deeper discounts. They're excited that we can communicate their brand and what's going on. So in future webinars, we're going to be highlighting brands to come on to share with us what they're doing. And for that, they're going to be giving us exclusive discounts that are just going to be unheard of. Like I'll give you an example. When I sat down with Stix rental car. It's a German group. I actually didn't know about the rental car company very much. I always chose my rental cars based on, price. And when I found out about their service and what they were doing, and I said, well, I would love to refer your company around. What can you do for us? Well, they go, well, we typically give, a maximum amount of cash back, 8%, but they love what we're doing. They can give us up to 20%. So do you see that we're creating relationships with the brands directly. They're giving us the maximum discount because we've got a group, we've got group purchasing power, and we can deliver their message. And they love that we're a private group. And when they give us a discount, it's not just going to be shopped out all over the internet and hurting their bottom line. So these are the things that are unique with Save Club that you're not going to see with these free apps. You're not going to see them with your cash back on your bank card or with your discount somewhere. Save Club is really getting exclusive deals that are going to be deeper discounts, and it's because the relationships that we're starting with the different advertising networks and directly with advertisers. And with travel, we're already kicking butt. We've got 6 different travel portals that pull in your request, shop the very best price, display you the very best price. And we've got example after example after example when competing with Orbitz or Kayak or hotels.com. Our savings portals just beat them because it's more competitive. We're pulling from 6 different travel portals, displaying the best price, and some of these deals are actually stacked, and we'll learn more about that as we start opening up our different cashback options. I want everyone to know that this is the very beginning of Save Club. I want to applaud all of you for being brave, getting your memberships and coming in now. As we grow and the membership base grows, it gives us more group purchasing power, more ability to go and negotiate the best deals for the members. And so, month in and month out, we're going to have more deals, deeper discounts, and you'll see that reflected with all the different testimonies that we'll be posting on our Facebook groups. People love sharing, and that's another thing that we have that's a huge advantage is our community and the network marketing. The brands love to see that we talk about the products and they're happy to give us discounts because it's a win-win situation. And I didn't want to do anything that one's at a win-win-win. The customer wins, the brand wins, Save Club wins, and it pushes this to a point where we are saving more and earning more. It's a very simple concept. And when this catches fire, we will get to 1 million plus members globally. I was mentioning earlier about our savings, like our hotel savings. The Sahara Hotel is actually just down the street from me here. And here's just one example, real time. And I'm pulling more and more of these examples. We actually have some really cool ads I want to share with you guys. I'm going to share this screen right here. We're putting together pieces for the social media. You could use it for posting on your wall. These are great phone size ads that you can send in a text message, and we'll show different comparisons and ways. But having the marketing collateral, and as we market as a community, the Save Club brand, the Save Club name will become more and more familiar with people. It's such a good domain, Save Club. It tells people exactly what we're doing with the company and group savings as a group. And I'm looking forward to producing and having our team and the super talented people that are putting together these ads that are going to help all of us with just continual marketing collateral to get out there and just look good. Now, on an annual basis, it gets exciting because you look at like what a couple $1,000s could do for someone in a year. And it's just because you simply go back to your membership. You just look, okay, I'm going to make a buying decision on dinner and oil change, retail shopping, and just, get familiar with how to use your membership. And it's going to become easier and easier as we start applying cash back and card linking and other technologies that are going to help us just make it seamless between what you do to spend money and ultimately save. Now, in this industry, in the direct sales and network marketing industry, it's all about timing. Real estate, it's location, location, location. In direct sales, it's all about timing. And we've got a lot of positive things going on with the company right now. First off, there's just not really any fantastic companies out there that are growing. Most of the companies in our industry are shrinking, and there's just a lot of stuff out there that's just not very well put together that doesn't reach globally. The fact that we launched just a week ago and we're doing business in all these countries around the world. We'll have our first commission run next month, and we'll be paying people all around the world compliantly through systems that are full KYC, know your customer, AML, anti-money laundering, that we're able to take in payments and make payments globally and deliver a membership globally and do it seamlessly with relatively low glitches. We're 1 week in and we're got our customer service humming and getting trained and moving along. So it's been an exciting week. And what's driving so many people to the company is our payout. We've got this compensation plan dialed to where we can pay out over 80%. And like I said, do it weekly. And where the compensation really gets lucrative, it's inside of the matching bonuses. There's a matrix as you enter the company, it fills, the memberships enter this matrix, and there's a matching bonus on the matrix. And that's where we'll see a lot of great compensation derived. Furthermore, uh, we've got bonus pools, global bonus pools, where you're able to override not just the all the money that comes into the company through the memberships and affiliate fees, but soon to be the advertising dollars that the companies will be rewarding Save Club for introducing their brands to people. And the one thing I really wanted to do to restore into network marketing is passive residual income. That was the idea that got me so excited about this industry over 20 years ago, was that I could do the work one time and get paid over and over again. But you've got to have a product that's sticky enough. And what we saw over the years, and I manufacture products for many companies. I've run back offices, I've done software and banking, and I see a common trend amongst these companies where you can work really hard as a rep or as an affiliate, bringing somebody in, and they might love the products and they get started, but after a few months, they just fall off and then they never come back. The attrition is so high that it's really discouraging for a lot of people, and it makes the promise and the dream of residual income like unattainable. And so few people, like maybe 1% of the people are making money and making a residual income, and most people are not. And when we designed this compensation plan, it was to create residual income and help people get to that freedom number, that you could identify a number that would set you free. Maybe it's a car payment, maybe it's a house payment, maybe it's all your bills being paid, but something that you can work towards that is going to be sticky, that people will continue to use their membership, they're going to continue to share, and that the compensation plan pays in depth and pays really to unlimited levels in depth. So as it grows, you get paid as this thing goes all around the world, and you can really rely on that residual income coming in. And that's the home that we're creating here. And I hope that you catch that vision and see what we're doing, dive in full force, work with us as we build from this foundation and we grow to 10,000 members and 100,000 members. And when all the different parts are clicking and it becomes self-evident that the membership is extremely valuable and that we have people making real passive income, we're going to hit a point of momentum. We're going to hit a point of critical mass, and the company's going to go from 100,000 members to 1 million members. And we're on that march right now. And for the people that see that, so many people have already hit ranks 3-star. We have new 4 stars. An important note is on Wednesday, we're going to run our first bonus pools. And even though we've been operating for only about a couple of weeks, we'll have our first bonus pools, and those people that have reached 3-star, 4-star, we might even have a 5-star. There'll be some nice checks generated from those global bonus pools. And one thing with this comp plan is that in a matrix, as it grows, we got this 2x16 matrix, because all of you are really here at the beginning. I mean, you're here in the first week of the company. This matrix is going to grow. Millions and millions of people around the world are going to hear about Save Club, and we'll hit numbers in the hundreds of thousands, and we'll get to a million members inside this company. As the matrix fills, you can be earning income even without enrolling in anybody. But that's not what we want to be promoting. By getting in here and helping people learn about ways to save money, you'll be able to set them up with a position and you earn a match on that position. The more people that you have inside of the matrix where you're matching their potential, their earnings inside the matrix, that's where we're going to see the biggest checks derived is the people that go to work and share what we're doing here. And like I said, timing is so critical. But it's a double-edged sword. And in the beginning, like right now, we have a base product. People are loving it. They can save easily more than what's in their membership. And but it's the beginning. There's some glitches here between where we're at launching, and everything's going pretty smooth, but it just gets better and better as the days go on. Now, here's the slide I really wanted to touch with you guys on and share with you what makes this so important. The advertising industry globally is $900 billion. Okay, let's just think about how big that is. There's not very many industries that are, touching on that nearly $1 trillion. And the way that advertising is done, typically for the last decades and decades, you got television, you got radio, you got print. Over the last 20 years, we got social media. But what's happening with social media is people are becoming blind to these ads. And you got to think some of these larger brands like Target's never going to advertise on social media. If a strategy like that would probably backfire on them. They're not going to be spending their money on the billboards, and texting is very difficult. How are you supposed to how are these brands, these larger brands, how are they supposed to advertise? And they've kind of run up against a wall. It doesn't mean that the $900 billion in advertising budgets go away. They just get shifted. And what's happening right now in the world of advertising is a major disruption. And that disruption is from the traditional television and print and the way that they're spending money. And it's being shifted to what works. And what works is cashback, coupons, rewards. You pay your people in the form of a reward or a benefit for choosing to shop and creating that brand loyalty. And that's what we're seeing. And we're perfectly positioned with Save Club to work with these advertisers and bring those discounts to people. Put yourself in the shoes of an advertiser where let's say you've got a $10 million budget to spend. What are you going to go gamble it on some billboards or some TV or something? No, you're going to give it to people in the form of cashback rebates and coupons because you only spend that money after the sale happens. So they're taking the equivalency of their advertising budget and giving it back to the people. And we're perfectly positioned for this globally. And we're going to absorb a huge part of this massive budget and give it to our members. And the savings are going to become so self-evident and so real that it's going to be such a no-brainer to have this membership in place and get these rewards. It's going to be so beneficial to just have a membership and get the continual rewards, and the brands are going to continue to choose to work with us because it drives loyalty. So that's really the back end mechanism of what makes this happen. And we're part of this shift in money. And if we just capture 1% of this massive budget, that's just so many rewards coming back to the people. And remember, as we're capturing those advertising dollars, we're paying them back out in bonus pools. We're the first time in network marketing where it's not just your group, your members, your downline, the affiliate fees, member fees that come from the downline that are going to be feeding your residual income check. It's also the advertising dollars from this massive pool of advertising that really doesn't know where to spend their money, and it's funneling back into these types of programs. So I was so excited to sit down with these brands. I'm doing another event. I got tapped on the shoulder, invited to a private event with the biggest networks and advertisers in the world. In May, and we're just going to be closing deals and bringing in stuff that's just unheard of. So again, thank you for being part of Save Club in the beginning. And I think we're just going to be, blowing you all away when you start to see the type of savings that these major name brands are going to be offering. And it's going to be so nice for each and every one of us to be able to go to our friends and family and people that we meet and share with them something that's real value. And we're not introducing a new bill or another expense into their life. We're showing them that they're going to be able to access the stuff they already love at a better price because of our club purchasing power and the way that the dollars are shifting in advertising back to the people. And what's going to help us do all this is AI. We've started developing AI so that as we go around the world, we'll have our customer service in all the different languages, our sales materials, and chat bots, outbound calling, text messaging, communication with our customers to help them not only find better savings, but learn about our powerful Powerline marketing system to put a sense of urgency into looking into the business opportunity and and having the tools do the things that successful reps do, but having it done in AI. With AI, we know it's a quantum shift. Quantum shift is when something comes along, and if you don't take part in it, the world's going to move on without you. Probably the easiest example, some of the easy examples of that were like going back to like a horse-drawn carriage. Automobiles come along, it's a quantum shift. You don't start using automobiles, you're left in the dust, literally. But think about personal computers. As personal computers came and revolutionized how business was done, if you're still doing stuff with a paper and a ledger and the computer comes along, you're left behind. Same thing with smartphones. Everyone that I know that's successful uses a smartphone. You don't use a smartphone, you're left behind. Well, AI is here, and people that use AI are going to profit from it. And AIs are probably already started making its way into each and every one of your lives. But are you an AI consumer, or are you using AI to generate you money? Because that's what we're doing here with Save Club, is developing AI tools that are seamlessly integrated into our sales and marketing funnels that are provided to you with your affiliate fee. And you can use these AI tools to put money into your bank account every week. So by using Save Club, by following along here and staying engaged with the company, as these tools drop, you're going to be leveraging some of the biggest systems in the world. We contracted with Microsoft using their 365 platform with their Copilot. The reason we did that is because it's one of the largest, most robust, well-built systems globally. So as we start doing these calls and we get a couple hundred people on them, when we start doing these calls and we get thousands and thousands of people, and it's the AI that's letting people know to come to the call, and it's doing it in all the different languages, that's when it gets really excited. So now you can be in business, literally tapping into the advertising budgets of the biggest brands in the world and offering discounts to your friends and family. Being in partnership, in tandem, working with these Fortune 100 brands, utilizing well-built AI, an infrastructure that's probably billions of dollars in the works. And now you get to use that infrastructure to put money into your pocket on a weekly basis by simply sharing with people how to save money. And that's where we're breaking it down to just being so simple, where we're just having people spread the message of saving money. It's something everybody likes a deal. And then getting them into a system where the AI does a follow-up, and then having a Powerline marketing system that puts a deadline on making a decision, or people have the potential of losing out. These things in combination with each other, synergistically working together, make this such a powerful business system. And as all these tools and savings get to a point of critical mass, the people that are on board and work with us to get to that point, when the company goes into hyper growth and we go from 100,000 members to 1 million members, your checks will 10x. And it's going to be rewarding along the way. But I can clearly see the future here. We know how this compensation plan pays. We know how well it pays in deep levels. And when this thing goes viral and SaveClub becomes a household name, it's going to be something that says, I was there, I was in one of those first webinars. Charles barely knew how to work a Zoom back then, and he got it done. But when we when we get to the point of uh, of momentum, it's going to be really exciting times. And I can assure you that the brands are so excited to work with us. It was so gratifying and so it just felt good sitting down with these brands, sharing with them what we're putting together, and having them just say, yes, please put us in, get us to your members. We want access to that, to your membership base. And it's unique, combining the community aspect of network marketing, the message of the brands being able to give us value and us then give loyalty to those brands. It's a win-win situation. And I think the ethos of the way that this started with a system where everybody wins, where the customers can get the value, the brands get the value, and it's just caught on. And now that that vision is seen by everybody and it's become self-evident, it's something that's really exciting, and it's just a matter of time before this thing lights on fire and we reach that hyper growth. Oh, there's a few ways to get started here. Um, Members can join 1997 a month. You get your membership. Uh, Most people that are coming to the company now are doing it to be an affiliate, and really, we're mainly marketing to affiliates right now. People that see vision and want to build a solid base of other affiliates and really get the marketing out there. We have an annual affiliate fee of $60. This covers all your back office, your replicated websites, the AI tools, your pay card systems, and then your membership, 1997 a month. Now you can do the $80 and then $20 a month, but what I recommend is doing our annual VIP. VIP's 299.97, and that covers you for a whole year. It gives you everything you need to earn unlimited amounts of money with the company. It gives you your membership for a full year, and you don't have to think about it for a year. And it's great as you promote this through your team, because what you're doing is you're securing yourself a year of residual income. And when we have the culture of people making a decision on their membership once a year, it sets up this residual income. And this happens a lot. There's annual Prime memberships, there's annual Costco memberships. Costco has over 100 million members just in the United States. It's like 1 out of 3 people have a Costco membership, and they gladly pay it every year because the value is there. I'm certain that this membership, that what we're doing here, gives you more reach than a Costco membership and will save you more money. And so that same type of people earning, they're seeing the cash back, they're seeing the rewards. It's going to be a very easy decision for people to make at $299 a year with the value that they're getting back. And the VIP membership also uh, fully opens up the compensation plan. There's additional bonuses when people enroll at VIP that are paid out. They can only be earned by VIP annual members. So that's the way to go. It makes it so you don't have a residual bill. Just once a year, you can make your decision, and it'll go from there. Uh, We've got different payment options. We're seeing enrollments coming in from all around the world. We've got many different crypto options where people can enroll, and we've loaded up multiple merchant accounts. We're ready for growth. We're ready to scale, and um, that's where our expertise really comes in, is having merchant accounts around the world where we're able to take money, get next day settlement, prepare the commissions, and pay them weekly. Uh, that is not easy to do. And that's why you don't see other companies bold enough, organized enough, strategic enough to launch globally. So we really have a global opportunity. Anyone around the world can participate, start marketing. People in one, you basically can be earning 24/7, 365, because we've got these systems dialed in. And we chose partners like iPayout and BitPay, and we've got more coming just to increase our payment options for both taking money in and paying money out. We're highly focused on doing integrations for Asia. where we'll be using like WeChat Pay. That's just how that's done in China. And we heard it loud and clear from our leaders that we needed to get those systems in place. So we've already started that development to really service those markets. Um, but these platforms are totally compliant for anti-money laundering, for KYC, which means we're here to stay. And when we set up with banks, when we set up with these payment systems, the type of background checks, the type of look that they do into us, we're a real company and we're here to stay. And it was kind of shocking to me, as people were like, is this a real company? Or I go, do you think these banks would turn us on and do this if we were a real company? But I completely can empathize with what's going on because there's been a lot of bad actors inside of the network marketing space, these crypto deals that really devastated the industry. And so we're in a unique position, everybody. We're in a unique position to do a complete turnaround on the network marketing industry. And I think that's what we have here is a company with mass appeal, with global reach, with the biggest brands, with a unique system of getting dollars from the advertisers into the compensation plan where you're earning money from these massive budgets and it's not derived solely from your downlines. This combination of things and the timing in the industry right now and the shift in advertising is really going to put us over the top. And for the people that can lock in, get your spots and get to work, we're going to run with you. And the team, the core leadership that has come to be part of this so far has just been phenomenal. But I'll tell you what, the biggest earners that are going to make money at Save Club have not even heard about this company yet. We're only a week into it. And I know that there's marketers, there's networks, there's groups out there that have massive influence. And because we've got a product that appeals to everybody, some of you will find those people and you'll be earning a match on all the work that they do. So let me know what I can do to get this message clear. Let me know what I can do to get you guys tools. We're working round the clock to amp this thing up. And I commend all of you for being brave, getting involved with us in the first week. And week in and week out, we're going to come out with new announcements. The first announcement next week is commissions paid. Then bonus pools calculated and paid. Last week we got our base level product in here. We're already getting great testimonials. We've got mountains of marketing materials and collateral coming in, new videos. It's exciting times. So thank you all for your attention tonight, and we'll see you at the top. Have a great night.